Hello and welcome to the latest edition of FloRugby's Top 25 Professional Rugby Clubs Power Rankings. Rugby is a game of power, precision and passion, and we're here to break down the best teams across both hemispheres. Unlike rankings based on reputation alone, we use a data-driven formula that factors in domestic league performance, continental success, home and away form and much more. So, who's at the top this time around? Let's get right into it. Number 1 are Toulouse. Even without Antoine Dupont, the reigning French and Investec Champions Cup champions are unstoppable. They smashed Bayonne 41-6 and sit comfortably atop the top 14. With key players returning after the Guinness Six Nations, they're only going to get stronger and therefore continue their push towards back-to-back successful seasons. Number 2, Leinster Rugby. Ireland's powerhouse keeps rolling despite missing several key international players. A narrow win over the Ospreys last time out exposed a few weaknesses in their younger squad members, but don't expect them to stay down for too long. Number 3, Toulon. Rising up the rankings, Toulon are making a statement. They crushed Stade Francais in round 17 and are proving to be serious contenders in both the top 14 and the Investec Champions Cup in 2025. Number 4, the Chiefs. New Zealand's finest enter the top 4 after a perfect start to Super Rugby Pacific. They took down last year's winners, the Blues, in round 1 and the Crusaders in back-to-back rounds. Could this finally be their year to take out some silverware and send off head coach Clayton McMillan in the perfect way? Number 5, the Glasgow Warriors. Slipping a spot through no fault of their own, the Warriors didn't play last weekend, but they'll be back in action against the Ospreys this weekend, ready to reclaim their position back in the top 4. So that wraps up our top 5 for this week. Let's move on to our biggest movers and surprisers. First up, our Australian outfit, the Western Force, who jumped 9 spots as our biggest risers. They have scored 90 points in 2 rounds of Super Rugby Pacific, proving they are a lethal team with ball in hand this season. Just behind them, the Queensland Reds are a first-time entry and following a 56-36 win over Moana Pacifica, puts them straight into our rankings at number 15. One spot back, the Highlanders, who were written off early, but after taking down the reigning champions, the Blues, they have forced their way into the rankings at number 16. Moving into teams under pressure, Lyon are the first team that comes to mind, dropping 8 spots, stuck at a perfectly balanced 8 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, with record with 441 points scored and conceded. They need to break their pattern of mediocrity. The Brumbies have dropped 7 spots. A shocking home loss to the Western Force sees them tumbling down the rankings. Can they bounce back next weekend in Super Rugby? We will find out. And making a late entry at number 24, Saracens are sneaking back into contention with a tough Champions Cup clash against Toulon on the horizon. They could either rise quickly or drop out entirely again. So there you have it, the latest FloRugby Top 25 rankings. Who's your number 1 team? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more rugby updates and a weekly update on our power rankings.